If you could see the world through my eyes, vibrant purple sunrise, shards of broken dreams come
Your life and fitness files. Make sure to like and subscribe to stay up to date with content. Today, we're going to be diving back into the use of bands and focusing on shoulders. We're going to be looking at a low anchor point and using bands to do an overhead press. I am enjoying using bands, and I'm making various videos to show you how you can use bands. They're versatile, they're portable, they're relatively inexpensive, and give you an opportunity to work your muscles to build both muscle and strength. The other thing that bands allow us to do is work through full range of motion in giving us a good time under tension throughout that range of motion. So we're going to be looking at bands with shoulder, overhead press, how you can build those shoulders, build strength. That can also help you with lots of other functional movements as well as other exercises like the bench press. So let's jump in. I'm going to be using my bands at a low anchor point. I'm using my anchors that I set up on my wall. You can check out my other video on setting up wall anchors. It gives you lots of opportunities to use different angles and different tensions with those bands. So if you don't have this set up, highly recommend it. Relatively affordable and inexpensive, and give you lots of different options. So check out my other video on that. So with a shoulder press, you can do this with bands. You don't necessarily have to have a whole bunch of sets of different weights or barbell. So for this, with any band exercise, you want to make sure you have the right tension. So you can do bands with your shoulders with both arms at the same time, both shoulders, or you can do them unilaterally with one arm, one shoulder at a time. Some of that can depend on the tensions and the resistance levels you have for bands. It also depends on the angles that you have and you're able to set up. One of the things that I do is by kneeling down, it gives you different opportunities to work through different tensions. This is true of a lot of different exercises that you might have. I showed this in the tricep overhead extension. Depending on the tension, you can kneel down, you can stand up. Depends on the lengths of your bands and the resistance of your bands. But I'm going to be showing you here, you can set up your anchor here at a low point. You can do this with both arms at the same time. Make sure that you have good angle so that you are using good form. So here I'm close to my anchor point so I can lift straight up and have good balance and good form so that I'm not injuring myself. But one benefit of having bands is that there isn't any heavy equipment to get into place and potentially injure yourself by having to hoist it up. The bands, there's not a lot of resistance down at this point. So I'm going to get this into place. I have both arms and I'm just doing my shoulder press here, coming down. Benefit of bands is that I have tension up through this concentric. Now I'm coming back down through the eccentric, and I have tension throughout that whole range of motion. Push, slow eccentric. Great opportunity to build your shoulders and not have to have a whole bunch of different equipment. That can get expensive or be hard to get into place, leading to injuries. Bands give you lots of opportunities. So you can also work through, you say, okay, that band I have it doubled up, one arm with each side of that band. Okay, that's a little bit on the easy side. You can double up the band and you can do it unilaterally with one arm at a time. Get into place so that you're lifting in good form. And I'm pushing up through that range of motion. And now I have doubled that resistance on one side. I'm doing one arm at a time, slow eccentric. Now I can lift more and I can work on stability and balance and good form. And then whatever you do on one side, you want to make sure you obviously do that on the other side. Get into position. So bands, lots of opportunity to work through those different angles, different range of motion, and then work through those tensions and increase resistance as you get stronger. Great opportunity to build muscle and strength. You can do it both arms at the same time to work both sides of your shoulders. You can do it unilaterally, work through those tensions. Simultaneous shoulders, you're going to have less tension if you're using one band. Double up that band, one arm, you're going to get double that tension, and then you can increase the band tension itself once you find that you're getting stronger. So there's different angles that you can do this. You could also raise the anchor point and stand up and then find that good tension where it's hard but not too hard. Try to stick in that 8 to 12 rep range. You don't want it too easy. What I'm seeing a lot is people want to find something that, oh yeah, I can bang this out. Yeah, you might be working on endurance and might be some benefit, but you really want to hit a point that it's a little bit hard. That is what builds the adaptation in your muscles. Whatever exercise or muscle that you are doing, your body adapts as you recover. The next time you come back, you feel, okay, maybe I can do that a little bit easier. Over time, you're going to find that it gets way easier. You're going to have to build up that resistance or double up that band so that it's harder. You want it to be hard. It's not easy, but it's going to pay off in the long run. Gaining muscle, gaining strength, preserving muscle. As we age, we are losing muscle. So we want to build those shoulders for functional movement so we can adapt, move throughout life, be functional, and be independent. So using bands, great opportunity for versatility, flexibility, tension throughout that range of motion, and we don't have to have a bunch of heavy weights that we can get injured using or have to spend money on. These are relatively inexpensive, affordable, great use of money, great use of space, and can give you a great workout if you know what you're doing. So hopefully this video helped you. If you have any questions or comments, leave those below. And I hope this video helps you on your fitness journey. Here's and fitness. Peace out.
Walking miles in someone else's show.